bags are packed, are you ready to go? This time tomorrow we'll be on the road, riding with you in the sunnier day.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a hand study, just a quick rough sketch to get back into the flow of things, as I haven't drawn hands in a while, which is a bit odd for me considering I've always loved drawing the human anatomy, and hands were something that I would sketch all the time, especially in school when I first started getting into art. I would draw on all of my notebooks, on my quizzes and tests, and my teachers did not appreciate it. But there's just something about hands that I've always loved drawing. I've been busy with online classes and life in general recently, but I'm trying to sketch one thing every day to keep my techniques fresh in mind and to continue that practice to improve mindset, which is really important for all artists. I don't normally use fancy pencils when drawing, and by that I mean like graphite pencils or anything like that. I usually just grab whatever is around me, which is usually a lead pencil. But whenever I draw hands or anything remotely realistic looking, I grab my graphite pencils. These were actually an early birthday gift, and I'm so excited to use them. This particular brand of graphite pencils is called Castle Art Supplies. It's my first time trying their products, but the quality looks really decent and it comes with a lot of things. It's a 40-piece kit that comes with charcoals, graphite pencils, and even some pastel pencils, which I've never used before, but once I saw them, I was thinking of 100 things that I can use them for because it just seems really cool. Now, I'm using my Arteza sketchbook that I purchased off of Amazon a few months ago, and I really like these small sketchbooks. They're really convenient if you want to just take them with you anywhere. You can pop them in your purse, book bag, whatever you have to just take with you in case inspiration strikes wherever you're at. I actually use watercolor in this sketchbook, and the pages don't warp too badly, but it's definitely not for watercolor paints. So if you're looking for a good watercolor sketchbook, I'd recommend buying one that says it's specifically for watercolor, because I haven't had any luck in finding multi-purpose sketchbooks and using watercolor. The pages just doesn't work right. They warp and it's just not that clean finish that I want. But it's definitely still a good sketchbook for pencils, and I've even used a bit of acrylic paint and it looked really nice. So the first thing I do when sketching, as you've seen from my previous videos, is I find a reference photo. It is so much easier for me to see where my shadows are and which direction the light is shining from for a semi amount of accuracy, which isn't really important when you're just rough sketching, but you don't want any bad habits to form, so you might as well practice the proper techniques and see where your values, your lights and shadows are coming from, and just keep practicing that. I usually use my own hand as a reference photo, kind of, but I've got pretty long fingers, so sometimes I like to switch it up and use hands that represent people's age and gender. I think it's really cool to see the difference when you're sketching a diversity of hand sizes and shapes. I had sketched my boyfriend's hand, and there was just such a difference in the creases where his fingers were, his nails, the width of his fingers. It was all just very different because I was so used to drawing my hands. So I definitely recommend branching out and using different reference photos or just people and things that you see, just so you can practice. The kit also came with one of those really cool erasers that feel like clay. They're really nice and easy to manipulate into any shape you might need, and it doesn't let out a bunch of eraser shavings like regular erasers do, which drives me crazy. But anyway, now I'm using a blending stick to blend out any rough edges and outlines that there may be in the sketch. Since I'm going for a more semi-realistic looking sketch, I don't want those thick comic lines outlining my hand. And these blending tools are really great too because they help create shadows and the overall look of skin. This is just the way that I sketch my hands. There are other artists who probably do it completely different. They probably don't use reference photos, and that's okay. Whatever works for you, stick with it. I'm not opposed to learning something new either. I think with art, that's something that comes naturally to the process. The more you practice, the more you learn. And the more videos and tutorials you watch, the more techniques and tips you'll learn and pick up that'll help you with your own art. And here's the finished look. If you guys enjoyed this video, click that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.